guys, welcome back to my channel Posh Cat Eyes Unfiltered. It is yet another episode of Married at First Sight Australia that we're going to be recapping tonight. I know we are at the pointy end of things. There's probably 3 more episodes left till the end of season 10. And boy, as much as I've enjoyed running the commentary here, I am happy to give Married at First Sight a break for the year too. It has been a fun ride in terms of me coming here every night or 4 nights a week. And I've often said it is of 1 night too much. As well as I've had so much fun just having to get my subscription numbers up. Some of you are definitely a reality fan. And so before we get into today's commentary, I would like to send a poll out there and say, now that Married at First Sight is coming to an end, what other reality show are you interested to see me run a commentary on? Now, I want you to put that on the comment section below. And then again, some gentle reminders, guys. Thank you so much to my new subscribers for subscribing and coming on board the Posh Cat Eyes train. Your support means a lot to me, and to my existing subscribers, thank you again for staying the course. I do appreciate the show of support. Please keep the likes, comments, and share this channel with your friends. It will mean so much to me. And so with that said, let's just dig right into the matter that is. And so now, before I get a little carried away, let's just get into the final dinner party. And first into the dinner party venue was Ice Queen. I need attention. I've got kids, Duncan and Alicia. You could definitely cut the air or the tension with a knife. These two do not look happy to be together or to be working in together. And I'm like, we know you guys are not together. We know you guys have got issues. So why bother to fake the working in together if it looks this difficult? Like, we know, just working separately, and we would actually appreciate that you guys are representing the mood, not faking that we're still together and literally struggling to see eye to eye. It was just weird. Yeah. Next up, Evelyn and Rupert. Now, there's really not much to see here, okay? They came in together and that was that. Following on from Evelyn and Rupert was Tani and Ollie, all shades of pink. These two are just a breath of fresh air as always. And yes, they were happy as. Homestay did look very well on this too. And yeah, to then dampen the mood was Harrison walking in all by himself. We surprised? Absolutely not. We all know how Homestay went at Casa de Brontë all the way in Perth. It didn't go down well, and so we're not surprised to see that they are both working in together. Yes, Brontë took off her wedding ring, and it is obvious that it's going to be the night where she gives the final punch. But spoiler alert, we here producers literally forced them to break up tonight. Yeah, I've already said too much. Yes, and so we now know that these two are going to be leaving the show tonight and not doing the final vows. But then good luck and good riddance. Bye, the two of you. But the drama we did enjoy, okay? Because I guess I would say this. Brontë and Harrison seem like the couple that were placed on this show as actors. And they played their part and they delivered well. With the minimum wage that they were getting. Well, we will take whatever they gave us. And no surprise that we saw Harrison walking in by himself. And afterwards, Melinda and Leighton walking in together. And in my head, it's like, did I not watch the Homestays just the night prior? How come these two are now like all loved up and working in together? What is going on here? Anyway, I don't want to stress myself just trying to figure out what's happening. We see Lyndall and Cameron walking in. Now, the way those two walked in, it's a well-deserved Oscar award for these two too, because we know they're not exactly seeing eye to eye. And so Cameron like, well, we're not coming in together, although we're coming in together, but I'm going to make it seem like we're happy. And so he walks in shaking all his froze, and we saw Lyndall smiling behind him. They didn't hold hands, and so we know, yes, we're not happy. And that's good. Next up, to make her grand entrance, none other than Brontë, walking in all by herself. Now, for some girl power, she channeled Kirra with her entry because the dress she was wearing, it was given to her by her powerful sister. And I guess she needed Kirra's energy to be able to deliver the final takedown of Harrison tonight. Now, guess what? As soon as the girls sat down, Evelyn was more than happy to share to everyone from the rooftop that she had been sexually intimate with Rupert. And it wasn't something that was like, whoa, finally. I guess they all agree with me. It never happened. I know someone would say, why would you say this? I am saying there wasn't anything that went down between these two. There wasn't. They have not had any sexual relations, guys. I'm calling it. Because she kept on hammering how they were. And I'm like, for someone that has been intimate, you probably don't need to share it to the whole room. We will feel it. It will be exuding between the two of you. But there was nothing. And so she had to tell everybody, like, yes, we had, like, multiple times. And I'm like, girl, stop. We're done. Stop. This is too much. And everyone then rallied around Brontë. They wanted to, get in as to what happened at homestays. And just before she could, relieve the pet moment, Mustache Guy walked in to usher the couples onto the dinner table. And so it went on to the dinner table where they all had their usual butter, steak, and salad. You know what? For all it's worth, we are going to be having our steak back, because these guys all they have had all season long is the steak, the butter, and the salad. Okay, we've had enough now, like, done. Give us our steak back. We want it back. And that's it. No sooner had the steak, digested with a few sip of wine, they wanted again to address the Brontë and Harrison breakup. Okay, and just before we could get a word from Brontë, the expert walks in to say, time out, guys. We are here. It is not just you guys having dinner and trying to unpack what happened in Perth. Now, there is going to be the honesty box for the final time. This is very important because you guys are going on to final vows and we want you to be open and honest with each other. There are those pressing questions you would like to seek answers to. And where best would you rather have that conversation other than in front of everyone else and in front of us? And so here's the honesty box. You guys dig in and ask each other these honesty questions, and hopefully it will help you make your decision come final vows. And I'm like, yeah, experts, you definitely have their hearts, you definitely have them in the right place. Okay, you've got their intentions, their best intentions at heart. No, one final drama for the road. Why not? And yes, we are here for it. And so the honesty box was placed and it kicked off. First on the hot seat, or the question sessions, was Evelyn and her fake partner, Rupert. So Rupert's question to Evelyn was, do you feel sexual chemistry with me? I'm like, I thought you guys just had sex together. Like, I thought you guys just had sex. So why would this question be relevant? I don't know. Like I said, nothing has happened, guys. So no, don't worry. Nothing is happening within these two. They're faking it. They should continue faking it. Evelyn's response was yes. And I'm like, no. Although your lips says yes, your facial expressions and body language says no. And he went on to ask, what's the favorite or least favorite thing about me? And I think she said your kind heart, and the least favorite was the fact that he speaks out of his ass sometimes. And I'm like, he doesn't even talk. He can barely make a full sentence. How, well, I don't know. But Evelyn, whatever you say, girl, it's more like the two of you are just struggling to stay relevant. And Rupert's question, one other question he asks is, do you feel like I've put in enough effort in this relationship? To which Evelyn said, no, that it took you 7 weeks to organize a date. And that, in my opinion, is zero effort. We cannot agree. You guys are not, there's nothing. You're not giving relationship vibes, in my opinion. You both came into this show to stir the pot, and you have delivered on that in spades. As for talking about finding love, no, you're not there yet. Go back, go out, and I hope that the show gives you both whatever you're looking for, because the reason you came on the show was delivered. The other thing was just nothing for us. And I'm not sure what Evelyn's question was, but I think it went on the line of, do you feel attracted to me or you? It was just, and Rupert was like, sometimes. And I'm like, what is going on with these two? Like, get out of my space. It was so underwhelming that I just couldn't wait for their questioning to just end. Next up was Ollie and Tani. And Tani, had these questions for Ollie. And that was, am I enough for you? Are you falling in love with me? And, how do you feel? To which Ollie was like, I am falling in love with you. You are more than enough for me. And every day that I'm with you feels like a brand new day. And I'm like, yes, we can actually see that. I'm more happy for the two of you. And Ollie to Tani was more like, do I live up to your expectations, or have I fulfilled all of the expectations that you would desire in a man? To which Ollie, Tani was like, yes, you have, and more. Again, thanks to Ollie and Tani, we know that there will be one successful relationship outside of this show. That's all I can say. They have been consistently genuine, and I don't know how they have found this beautiful moment together, but they have, and I wish them the best. It was Duncan and Alicia, and Duncan asked Alicia, do you have any concerns as to how I feel about you? And Alicia's response was, I don't think I'm good enough. I'm like, okay. And Duncan also asked, how confident do you feel that this relationship will last on the outside? And she actually said she was optimistic that the relationship will last. And my head is like, is this chick okay? No. It was Alicia's turn to ask. And she asked Duncan, how do you feel about me? To which Duncan said, I feel warmth, I feel love, and I feel good when our relationship is good. Alicia did not give this guy the opportunity to express himself to her. She quickly jumped in and attacked how he felt towards her. It's like, stop. I am questioning how you feel about me. Dude cannot catch a break. He can't even express how he feels. Where is this girl from? Can we take her back? Take her back. And I think there was the last one. Feel free to ask me any question. I'm like, let's not even go there, because I don't want any more. I don't want to hear any more from this two. They should just leave us alone. I can't wait for final vows. And we do hear, spoiler alert, that Duncan does deliver the final punch. And I am so excited to see that, because she would have to, this time, shut up and listen. Yes. Next up was Linda and Cameron, and I think Linda asked Cameron, "Do you think I'll fit into your life back home, including your family and friends?" To which Cameron answered, "I think you fit into some part of my life." There's one thing this guy has been upfront about, and that's the fact that he has not minced words. He's pretty much said it in so many words that, Linda, I'm not feeling you. This is not going to work. And he just delivered the final blow. Like, I feel I'm not good enough for you. You need so much affection, and I'm not gonna give you that. Like, affection was like walking through Mount Kilimanjaro. So Cameron, in all of Cameron's life, he isn't able to give affection. And affection is in the form of hugs, kisses, cuddles. And he cannot even give the bare minimum. And I'm like, Linda, why bother? I would not even entertain this dude if he was the only man on earth. No way. Poor girl. I think she realized once again, that he has said it many times. It's a no from me. And so she stepped out in tears. The other girls went over comforting her. And Linda could not care less about her feelings or if she was dying. He was like, I'm done. I'm literally done. I can't wait to move on from this experiment. I am done. Evelyn, as usual, the accountability police, came back into the room to, give Cameron a piece of her mind. And Cameron was like, I don't really care what you have to say. You know what? Just shut up like the parrot that sits out back in my home in Darwin because you're one of those noises. That was exactly how he came across to Evelyn. As much as I would say it's surprising, it is not, because it shows how uncultured he is. Should we blame it on his bush upbringing? Maybe. Does his mom have a hand in this behavior? Absolutely. And that's just where it ends between these two. Again, looking forward to final vows and see how Lindo serves him his ass on a platter. Next up is Mel and Leighton. And so Leighton asked Mel, how do you feel about me right now? And she responded, you tick all my boxes, but we do have a problem with communication. And his next question to her was, are you falling in love with me? And she replied, I'm already there. And he then said, how can you be falling in love with me, or how can you be in love with me when you find an issue with my communication? And Mel was like, I knew you were gonna go there. And they started arguing again. I'm like, oh my God, this 2 seconds is all it takes before they start arguing with each other. What's going on? And then it was Mel's turn to ask the question. And then I think she asked if he has got any concerns as to where they are at, to which he said, or how he sees her. And he said, oh, you are unapologetically yourself. And that's what I love about you. And she then asked, are you falling in love with me? To which he said, he is not, because again, they do have issues and they need to, he feels like they need to understand each other. They need to understand that they are both different, and it's that understanding that they lack. And when they come together, knowing that they are different people, maybe that would get him to falling in love with her. And I was like, okay, guys, I can't wait for your own final vows, because this is confusing as hell. And not doing it for me. And the final couple for the honesty box was, again, Brontë and Harrison. And Brontë asked Harrison this question, any regret about your behavior on the show? To which he said, maybe I should have cleaned up my act before I came in here. And to which you all know that he had a girlfriend before coming onto the show. And that, according to him, is his own regret. And he then said, as she asked him, what's your least favorite and most favorite thing about me? And he was like, oh, you're very spontaneous, but the one thing I don't like about you is the fact that you speak negatively about me to your family and to your friend. And that, for me, is a line that you cross. Like, you cross that line We meet every time, and that's my boundary. I'm not going to tolerate that. I'm like, okay. And I think she also asked him if he has come to know the real her, to which he was like, yeah, and I don't like it. I was like, okay. And then he got to Brontë, Harrison's turn to ask Brontë, and it was just one question, and all hell broke loose. I think he asked, why is it that when we're good, and when we're bad? And, she was just trying to answer the question, okay? And as usual, Harrison has not given this girl the opportunity to actually express herself. While she was trying to answer the question, Harrison kept trying to shut her up. To which Linda said, you know what, let this girl speak. You have been talking. She gave you the opportunity to air your views. Now you let her speak. And Brontë was like, I am done. This is over. You are a narcissistic, like my sister said, D-head. And I've seen the real you, and I've had enough. And it's over. She got up, walked to the entry point, turned, and said, Harrison, it is over. And she walked off. And that was it. Now, I don't know if it was an epic breakup or takedown. I don't think it was, because we all know that Harrison always has the last word. Did he? Maybe. Is it the end for this too? I guess so. They were actors, and there was no better way to end their characters than this, because it went on and on and on and on that the experts could not even step in and reprimand this dude. They couldn't do it. And that told me all they needed to tell me. And that was, they're actors. They're paid to be this character. If the experts were too scared to call him out on his behavior or reprimand his behavior, then that's on the experts. Because this guy stayed all through to episode 33. My God. From the first episode, he was a douchebag. And we all saw it. The whole of Australia saw it. And he stayed on this show up until the very tail end. Speaks volume. Speaks volume. And that's where it ends for me, guys. I cannot wait to unpack the final vows with you as we all say sayonara to Married at First Sight Season 10 for 2023. And thank you again for watching most of my commentaries and yappy talks. I do want to say I appreciate the fact that you stayed on, because the views are, the views speak for themselves. So thank you. And we will run the final commentaries of season 10. And until final vows, stay safe and focused.